Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another tag video. I haven't done a tag in a little while, so I thought this would be really fun, and I've been seeing a bunch of my friends recently doing this video, and it just seemed like a fun tag to do. So I thought I would go ahead and film that for you today. The name of the tag, it is called, let me get this right, it's called the Truthful YouTuber tag. This tag was actually created by Mel Thompson. I love her channel. She has great content. She's very, very talented, so definitely check her out. I'll put her linked down below. But like I said, I've actually seen quite a few of my friends also do this tag, so I'm gonna link all the ones that I've been watching recently. I think, like I said, I think it's a really fun tag. There's some interesting questions in here. So let's go ahead and jump in because there is quite a few. I think there are 16 questions, it looks like. Okay, so the first question is, have you ever received a product, tried it, didn't like it, and then decided not to review it? So I'm assuming this means like NPR, like you were sent a product and tried it and decided not to review it. Not any that I can think of. There are times where I have purchased a product, or yeah, I guess there have been times I've gotten a product like in a BoxyCharm or something like that I've tried and didn't like enough to do a review on, and it's not, it's never a product that I like absolutely hated. It's usually one that's like kind of like okay, so I just don't feel like I have enough to say about the product to make an interesting video. I'll usually do those reviews though, like in my Shop My Stash video. That's why I love doing my Shop My Stash, is because I can kind of give you guys a quick rundown on what I've been using and whether or not I liked it. So for all of those products that are just kind of like okay, not enough to do a full review on, I'll kind of go through that during my Shop My Stash. So I still feel like I give you guys my opinion, but I may not do like a dedicated review type video. I don't do a lot of dedicated reviews anymore in general. But I've never had one that I like disliked and didn't tell you guys. Usually the ones that I really don't like, I save for disappointing product videos. In fact, I just had one the other day that I did purchase with my own money that was horrible, which I've already set aside for that next disappointing products video. But yeah, usually if I don't like it, I do let you guys know in some way, but I might not do a dedicated video to it. All right, question number 2 is product that I use alone but never online. So like if I'm doing a get ready with me or something that I don't really show you guys. The only thing I could really think of is the Brow Wiz. That is something I use almost every single day. Okay, sorry about that. This pregnancy is like, I get out of breath and winded and hot like so fast. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I have another brow product I've been using because it's in a project. But anyhow, yeah, usually when I do a get ready with me video or a tutorial, I do my brows off camera, and it's not because I don't want to show you guys the product. In fact, I'll usually like show it to you, tell you I'm going to do it, and then cut ahead, just because it takes me forever to do my brows and I have a hard time focusing on it and talking at the same time. It's just one of my things. But I do have a brow tutorial on my channel. It's just super old. But usually I do skip that step on camera just because I have a hard time filming while I am doing it. I can't multitask that particular thing for some reason. But that's the only thing I could think of that I don't really show you guys. Usually if I'm filming some sort of makeup tutorial or get ready with me, whatever I apply to my face, I usually will show you guys. Okay, question number 3. Sorry, I keep looking down. I have my phone here with the questions. Question number 3 was product you want but won't buy because you don't support the brand. So there's only one brand that I have like completely blocked where I will never purchase any products from the brand, and that is Jeffree Star. I've talked about that before on my channel. That's the only brand that I have really set a restriction for myself on. And honestly, there's nothing from the brand that has intrigued me so much that I felt like torn about that decision. There's never been anything that I've seen launched from that line that I'm like, I have to have that so much that I, you know, that I would want to break that. So not really. There is so much drama right now in the beauty community, and there are so many brands with so many issues or things that have come up. You guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, there's so many scandals that are out there right now. I mean, for a while Tarte was on the radar, Kat Von D right now. Every time I show anything from Kat Von D, I get so much feedback from you guys about that. And what other brands? Oh, of course, Lime Crime. There was so much drama about that in the past. Actually, I don't buy anything from Lime Crime either, and it's not so much that I have something against the brand. I guess it kind of is. I just don't trust that brand. I don't trust their ingredients from some of the problems they've had in the past, and I also don't trust their website because of some of the problems they've had in the past. So that one I just stay away from because I'm afraid I'll get burned by that company. But even though I know that they've made some changes, it's like once you've been burned, you know what I mean? So Lime Crime and Jeffree Star are the two brands that I don't buy from. But again, nothing that I feel like I really want. So it hasn't been too hard to stay away from buying from those brands. To be very honest, this is the honest YouTuber tag, so I suppose I should be very, very honest. To be very honest, Kat Von D, I'm really disappointed in the brand right now, and it breaks my heart because I actually really love her products. I really loved her line before all of this stuff came out, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Kat Von D drama. So I don't know. I haven't made a hard decision on it yet. I've honestly just kind of put that aside for now because I'm not ready to make that decision as of right now, and I have so many more important decisions I'm making in my life right now. Deciding to ban a brand that sells makeup is not high on my priority list, although I do understand all of your guys' feedback on wanting me to make a decision one way or the other. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really torn on that one. I wish I could continue to support her because I really did enjoy her products, and as of right now, I think I'm just not really buying anything new from her. However, I did just buy some things at TJ Maxx the other day from her brand, but I don't know. I'm struggling with that one, to be honest with you guys. I'm just really struggling with that decision because it makes me sad. So okay, let's move on because I don't want to spend too much time on that question. The next question is, do I have any blocked words? So if you're not a YouTuber, you might not understand this question, but when you have your own YouTube channel, you can put in keywords that you want YouTube to automatically block. So any time someone leaves a comment with that word, let's say it's spice, just for an example, that's a random word that came into my head. Let's say you put the word spice in there. Anytime someone types the word spice into your comment section, it will automatically filter that out so no one can see it, so that you can review it, read through the comment, and see if it's appropriate to be posted or not. So as a YouTuber, you have the ability to do that. I don't currently have any blocked words, but YouTube does automatically block or take out anything that is vulgar. So any profanities and stuff will often just end up in there on their own. So I do often see things in my spam and I kind of read through it. I feel like YouTube has gotten a little more sophisticated with their filtering process because I've been seeing a lot more comments showing up in my spam folder. Some of them are totally innocent comments, and other times they are inappropriate, so it's kind of nice that YouTube has taken that on and done that for me. And then the next few questions all kind of go hand in hand, so I'll just continue with the next question. The next one says, do I delete any comments, and if so, why? So for comments that I delete, whether it's in my spam folder or not in my spam folder, I do actually delete comments now. I didn't used to, but I feel like there is a little bit of a culture right now on YouTube where people feel like they can just say anything in the comment section, and sometimes it becomes just really, I don't know, it's just almost like cyberbullying. So there are times where a comment is just so negative and that I choose to hide that comment. So yes, I do. I don't do it very often. If someone's just giving me like constructive criticism, if they're saying, you know, my lighting is off that day, or my, you know, my camera is having a hard time focusing, that kind of stuff, obviously I leave in there and I take it to heart and try to make the changes that I can. However, if someone is just being rude and saying mean things about me, I've had people calling me very vicious names or saying that I am I don't know, there's just been a lot. I don't want to get too much into the things that have been said, but I really like what Jen from Jen Loves Reviews said about this question when she answered it, and I very much agree. She said that it has become self-care for her, that she deletes any comments that give her a pit or make her feel, you know, feel bad, or that she takes away, you know, that hurt her. And I've had comments like that where you read it and you just get that instant pit in your stomach and it just makes you sad, and then the whole day it's hard to not take those to heart. It just is. So then the whole day you just feel kind of down and you're kind of upset about it. So any comments like that, I delete them because I don't need to have that kind of negativity in my life. Like I said, I have a lot going on right now, and the last thing that I need is someone trying to hurt me or trying to be mean. And you can feel the intention of the comment when you read it, whether they're trying to be helpful or they're just trying to hurt you. So if I feel like that person is trying just to get under my skin or to make me feel bad, then I will delete the comment. And then the next question does also fall in line with those last two questions. It is, do you block people? So what I do is I have had to only a handful of times. It's not very common, but there have been a few times where I've had one particular person, and you recognize their username after a while, one particular person come back and comment on nearly every single video, and sometimes multiple comments on every single video, and they're always very mean and very like pointed and very again, just trying to get under my skin and trying to get a reaction. So when that happens, I don't block the person because they can see if you block them. And I've done that in the past, and then they just create a new username that's similar to the last one and then come back and continue to do the same thing. So what I do instead is hide the user's comments so that I don't see any future comments from that person, and you guys can't see those comments either, because sometimes, you know, you don't want to be reading through the comment section and see nasty, mean-hearted comments either on other people's videos. I hate when I see that on other people's videos. So it hides those so no one can see them except the person who posted them. So that person can continue to post their rude comments and think that they are being shown, but little do they know, no one can see them but themselves. So that was actually a tip I got from Angelica, and I think that's awesome because Angelica Nyquist, by the way, I just dropped her name, like you guys all know who she is, but I will have her link down below too because she did this tag. But I loved that suggestion because like I said, sometimes when you block people, they just create a new user, which is very easy to do, and just come back and do the same thing. So hiding the user has been a great thing because I can just get them out of there. I don't have to worry about it, and they don't know that I did it. All right, question number 7. This one's kind of funny to me because I don't know who would ever do this, and if you did, I don't know. Anyways, question number 7 is, have you ever lied about a product to stay on good terms with a brand? Obviously, the answer is no here. I think if you did that, you lose all integrity on your channel. And to be honest, like I don't get a lot of PR directly from brands. Most of the PR that I get is through a platform called Octoly that connects you with the brand, and they send you like one particular item that you almost like apply for a campaign for. And the nice thing about Octoly is you can be 100% honest and it doesn't affect your standing with Octoly. So you will continue to get products from them. Even if you give the worst review about a product, it doesn't change your standing. So I always feel completely free to be very honest. And even in the times that I have gotten PR directly from a brand, it does not affect my opinion on a product. I will always be 100% honest. I don't know, that's just something that's important to me. I mean, that's what YouTube is all about. It's all about the creator sharing our experiences and letting you guys know how we feel about a product, whether it's good, bad, or somewhere in the middle. It's always important to be super honest about that, and I just don't see a reason to not be. Okay, question number 8 is, have you ever initially liked a product when you reviewed it and then changed your mind but didn't let your audience know? Well, I mean, all of us have times where we change our mind about a product. I don't think I've ever done like a full-on review about a product and then changed my mind later. And if I had done that, I know I would have told you guys at some point, whether in a Shop My Stash video or a disappointing products video. I think I have done a video titled products I've changed my mind about. That was quite a while ago though, maybe a couple years ago. But yeah, there are times where I try a product, you know, maybe for a little while, and then later on my opinion changes. Often with skincare, that's when I find it with the most, because you might like it for a few weeks and then as time goes on, your skin can kind of adjust to the product and then it might not work as good, or vice versa. It might start out where you hate it, but as you use it more prolonged, then your skin starts to adjust to it. So yeah, there are times where I change my mind about a product, but I usually will tell you guys in some sort of video, like I said, maybe a shop my stash video or an empties video or a products I changed my mind about video. So usually that does get out there. I can't think of an instance where where I have not told you guys about one. Okay, question number 9. This one is the influencer you don't trust. This is a hard question for me to answer, and it's just because I feel like it's kind of mean-spirited to go after someone that you don't really know. But all I can say is, yes, there are people here on YouTube in our community that I have watched that I've gotten a feeling about that I just don't feel like they are always honest with me, so I've stopped watching their videos. And there's a handful of them, but I just don't want to say specific names because I don't know. I feel like that's such a personal thing whether you connect with someone or not, and I want to say that these are just people I haven't connected with, or maybe I connected with for a while and then started to just feel like I lost that connection, whether my preferences changed or theirs did, who knows. But yeah, I don't want to answer this question specifically. I just feel like it's kind of mean, so I'm going to just say there are people that I don't watch anymore, but there are so many great YouTubers that I trust so much. And I think actually that might be the next question. Let me double check here. Put my phone down. Yes, number 10 is influencer you trust the most. I don't want to specifically say one person because there are so many great creators here in our community. So I'm going to put a big old long list underneath here in my description box because there's so many great people in this community that a lot of them I consider friends. Some of them I wish I could be friends with someday, but a lot of them I do consider friends. I feel like there's almost been a little bit of a revolution here in our community, and there's a lot of up and coming channels that are very honest people that really just love doing this. They love playing with makeup, they love doing reviews, and they just have a really good heart, and they have good intentions backing them up. So all of those people I am going to link down below. Like I said, a lot of these people I have done collabs with them in the past or talked about on my channel many times. So probably won't be too surprising who I put down there, but there will be quite a few, so you can check that out. I'm not gonna go in off on all of the names because this video will be so long if I do that. Okay, question number 11 is a secret tip or product application I don't show while on camera. Not really, because I feel like part of my channel I've always wanted to share any knowledge that I have with you guys. So if I had any specific like secret tips or hacks or anything like that, I usually do try to share those with you guys, and I have done a few like hack videos, or I did some Sephora knowledge videos where I talked about things that I learned when I was working at Sephora, as far as like product knowledge and application and stuff like that. So I feel like anytime I have a tip of any application tip, it says like, yeah, any secret tips or application tips, I share those whenever I can. Now there is one actually that I can think of off the top of my head, which is a foundation application tip. I have a video planned. I just haven't filmed it because I know it's gonna be time consuming to film. But I did wanna basically do a video where I talk about how to know what application tool to use when applying different foundation types and textures and stuff like that, and how to know whether you grab a sponge or a brush or use your hands. And that video I do plan to film, but I just haven't had the time to commit to that yet. But that's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head, and it's not because I don't want to share that information with you guys. It's more of a logistics, knowing that that's going to be tricky to film. So oh, question number 12, this one kind of made me laugh. It's, have you ever showed one product like on camera when you were using it on camera, but actually was using a different product? No, that's horrible. No, I have never done that. But this question's kind of funny because it did actually, this is why it made me laugh. It reminded me of when I worked at Sephora. It's not that we were told to lie about what we were using, but if we were using a product that we didn't carry in store, then we were told to find a product that's really similar, and we would say that, of course, to the client that they would ask like, what eyeshadow do you have on today? And if it wasn't something we carried in store, then I would have to know a product we did carry that was similar that I could take them over to and be like, well, we don't carry this, but you can get a very similar look using this. So that's what that reminded me of, but no, I have never done that on camera. No. I don't know why you would even feel the need to do that, by the way. I'm not sure. Okay. Number 13, have I ever not disclosed a sponsorship? That is definitely a big no. Every time I have done a sponsored post, I always am very upfront about it. I always will communicate that verbally within the first like minute or two of the video, and then I always have it in my description box, usually in multiple places, letting you know that it is a sponsored video as well. So I'm always very upfront about that. By the way, it is the law to be upfront about that. Question number 14 is, have you ever had a bad interaction with a brand? I have to think about this. There have been times, yeah, there's been a couple of times where whenever a brand approaches me about sending me product to try and review on my channel, I let them know up front that if they want to send me the product for me to try, then I would be happy to, you know, try it out. And if I find that it fits into my filming schedule and all of that, then I might bring it up on my channel, but I always let them know up front I might not talk about the product at all, and if I do, it might not be positive, depending on my experience with the product, whether I like it or not, and whether it organically fits into any videos that I have coming up, because I'm not going to create a video around a product to make it try to fit in my channel if I don't have a purpose for that video, if that makes sense. Like I try to make all my content to be very inspired by what I feel like filming, and I'm not going to create a video that doesn't feel organically natural to me. So I always let them know that before they send me the PR, because there have been times, like I said, where I've gotten a product and I'm just like, I don't really feel like I like this enough or hate it enough to talk about it. So it'll just kind of, I might mention it in like a Shop My Stash or something in a collective video, but not on its own. And I have had a couple companies that kind of harassed me a little bit, like, when are you gonna post a video about our product? And I've let them know like, hey, I mentioned it in this Shop My Stash video, or I may have mentioned it in an empties or something, but I'm not going to make a separate video about it. I just didn't feel like it was a product that I had much to say about, and I have had some companies give a little pushback about that. But I'm always, like I said, very upfront when I accept that PR. I'm always upfront about what they should expect from me and from my channel for those PR products, because like I said, I don't have any intention of trying to create a video around a product if I don't feel like it fits with what I would normally film. I'm not going to change the type of content I post for a free product. So, have you ever bandwagoned with other people's thoughts on a particular product? I don't think so. I can't think of a specific instance where I've done that. I actually, whenever I'm planning to do a review on a product, I try my best to avoid watching any reviews or reading through any reviews on that product until I've fully tried it out. Like if it's an eyeshadow palette, for example, I test out every single shade in that palette and wear it, you know, for the full day, multiple days, over several weeks usually. It takes me a while to try out a full palette, and during that time I try not to watch anyone else's reviews because I don't want anyone else's opinion, because I think that's just a natural thing to do. When you hear someone else's opinion, it might kind of make you think about something a little bit differently. So I just kind of avoid watching those so that I don't skew my own opinion. And then of course, after I post that video, I might watch other people's videos. And sometimes those videos are helpful because sometimes they'll say something like, oh, this particular eyeshadow, I had a really hard time getting it to work until I used it with this particular type of brush. And then I'll go back and try to do that and realize that, oh, great, I didn't like that shadow before, but now that I've tried it with this particular application method, now it works for me. So yeah, like I said, I try just to not watch those before doing a review, but I don't think I've ever like bandwagoned with other people's thoughts because I tried to keep that out until I'm done with my review. All right, and then the last question is things that other creators do that get on my nerves. So this question Again, it's a little tricky to answer for me, but I will say there were previously, I did used to have like little pet peeves that I would see on people's channels that kind of bothered me. And a while ago, I want to say it was maybe a couple years ago, I created my own tag, which was, I think it was just called the YouTuber tag. I can't remember now, it was a while ago, but in that I asked this similar type of question, and I had some specific answers on there. And then after watching everybody else's take on that tag, after listening to some of my friends talking and stuff, it was so interesting to see how what some people's biggest pet peeves were other people's favorite things about watching some people's videos, you know? So I just think that this YouTube in general, but this community, the beauty community here on YouTube is such a diverse place, and all of us have our different ways of seeing the world and our different preferences, and I just feel like there's a place for everyone. So if somebody does something that kind of bothers me, I know that there's other people who will really enjoy that, if that makes sense. So I just try to be as accepting as possible. I think that sounds weird, but you know what I mean. I just try to let everyone be who they are, and if I connect with that person, if I feel like I kind of get where they're coming from and have a similar vibe to them, then I'll subscribe to their channel and try to support them as best as I can. But if I find that I just don't, if I find that I can't connect with a person, or there's things that they do on their channel that I just bother me or rub me the wrong way, then I just don't watch them. But I don't have like a specific example of something that is a pet peeve for me. The only thing would be like if I felt like they were really dishonest, but that's something that's really hard to say unless you catch someone in an outright lie. It's very hard to say if someone is being dishonest. It's more of like a feeling you get from the way that they conduct themselves and the way that they talk about products or use products on their channel. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't have a lot more to say there, but I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tag today. I thought it was kind of fun to sit down and film. I've definitely been enjoying watching them, so I wanted to join in and give you guys my own take on this tag. But thanks for sticking around for the whole video today. If you guys have any other questions or comments, leave them down below. And that's it for me today. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.